not. Never mind.
Holy shit.
You know what?
I ain't gonna
In
spend
fact,
fucking Destiny
with
for
that, you're actually gonna view something. You see you horribly dying. You see you burning in a ball of fire.
I
Caesar
have
just
no
lies in
fear
bed
of
and like,
death and
oh
continue
no.
to live again.
no, like, even though there's no one in the cabin, Caesar just like lies in the bed and is like, oh, well.
Oh dear.
I mean, she's like, what is he gonna do? She's like, oh, apparently I'm gonna
Jack.
die.
Yeah,
It's time.
Tizy,
Very stoic.
you just hear curse the Mocha on over the microphone. when you
Jack,
wake
it's
up.
time to avoid fate. Pilot roll.
Because the Force isn't real.
Fuck destiny.
I would like to use a light side, please.
You may use it.
I feel like now is, a good time. Upgrade. And that is piloting. Actually find where that is, it's been a little bit. Piloting. Click. That is
Ooh.
1 success, 1
Wow.
threat, 1 crit.
Dude, that's amazing.
So groggily in his
Thank
box,
God.
diving into the seat.
Tiz was
Jack
like,
whirs
oh,
into
we're gonna,
action.
the Force says we're gonna die. Jack's just like, fuck the Force.
Never tell me the odds.
Fuck you and fuck your Force. Oh, this is beautiful.
But I've got a bad feeling about this.
Jack's
Never
like-
tell me the odds.
I control my own destiny. Arr.
Captain, the odds of making this out alive are 832 to 1. What are we going to do?
Buckle up, as I punch it myself, Chewie.
All I see is darkness.
By the way, as
And
you
I'm just
suddenly
remembering it.
scream out of hyperspace, a sharp turn of a wheel, and you barely avoid, turning on your side as you barely avoid the huge hammerhead warship that you almost crashed into.
Whoa.
Barely skimming past the bridge, you can see the people. You're so close, you can even see people's faces like, what the fuck? As you.
Oh. Slow motion window shot.
And given that you've taken them completely by surprise, you can actually completely avoid this ship and go straight to the planet if you so wish.
As we do that, I would like to open up an all comms box to that ship.
Go ahead.
As we go past them, just going, this is Captain Dibler of the Icarus, hyperspice. Hyperspice? Hyperspice. I was thinking of the spice.
Sorry, mate.
Or no. You suddenly became Australian.
Hyperspice malfunction.
Well, it fits. It fits since you're groggy and stuff.
Yeah, hyperspace malfunction.
We don't have spice on here. We don't have spice.
That's beautiful.
Ship's coming under control, attempting to land at nearest dock. Request permission.
Request permission. Hang on a minute.
Meanwhile, the ship is already passed.
Yeah, I'm essentially trying to be polite about this, but
It's like,
You should just go.
from all
Jack
he can
said,
tell,
Jack
there's
said
no
as
way
he
of
drove the
stopping
freighter
this.
into the planet.
I'm about to crash this plane with no survivors.
Right, as you go by, all the
Wow.
people see on the bridge is a guy in the boxers in the cockpit going. And as you speak, they're like, oh, yeah, you will be submitted to security checks on the planet, and we tell them the transponder. They're completely in shock. What the fuck?
Okay, and as the link goes off, I still groggily turn and say over the ship point box, someone make sure the spice is hid. And Astrid, get an arc welder for when we break out the gun.
Okay, let's back up a second. Like, where, our character, where the fuck is the spice currently?
I assume.
It's with the arms.
No, I actually assumed that at this point, basically
I thought we already sold
Rivek.
it.
Yeah, Rivek has gone in story-wise. Rivek and Cole have gone to
okay.
sell it, since it's
okay,
always
fair
got a base
Cool.
price.
That's good,
Okay.
then.
That makes sense, yeah.
I mean,
that's
we were
fine. I wasn't
already
sure
on
if it was
our
still
ship,
on
so
the
you can
ship or
probably
not.
unload it easily.
Yeah, spice is like gold. it basically stays at the same price.
Okay, in which case I'll just countermand that first order, but the second one of Astrid get an arc cutter.
Alright,
And,
I'm done mending the couch, and I'm gonna go do that. I was not at all. I was just kind of like, alright,
And
so we're
then
going
I'll
on
turn
hyperspace.
next to B2 and I go, I can't get up from here. Could you bring me some clothes for my room?
Of course, Captain. I'm just going to fetch some clothes from Captain Jack's room.
Yeah,
I don't
it'd be awkward
pause
if
to
we went,
consider what
to
he's
meet
wearing.
people while I'm still in the bath.
Oh, that was beautiful.
And this needs to be landed properly, so I can't get up.
You get like a mismatched top and like some.
But mate, as long as you
Colour-
bring my signature jacket, it's okay.
Yeah, you get your signature jacket, but you have like horribly clashing trousers and shirt.
That was beautiful. Simply beautiful.
Yeah, after getting dressed while waiting for the ship to crash and everyone to die, Teaser is going to go help Astrid.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah, it's not
Teaser,
easy to
this-
move
This
it
is
down.
productive just in case my vision was wrong.
yeah, by the way, you already discovered your vision is in fact wrong. Because
Oh wait, so we were supposed to crash into that hammerhead, but we didn't.
yes,
Oh, okay, fair enough.
you saw it, but apparently fate was averted.
Caesar's like, interesting, and then walks off to the, wherever Astrid is.
I'm doing what the captain told me. I'm gonna kind of like glance over at you and be like, "Hey, what's up? Seem a bit
Well, something very interesting just happened.
Hmm.
See, we were supposed to crash into that hammerhead and die.
Oh, really? I don't. Hmm.
Yes,
Yeah.
but somehow we didn't.
I mean,
Interesting, isn't it?
Jack is a pretty good pilot, unless you're suggesting force stuff.
You can thank my astronavigation skills.
Yeah, and
Wait, aren't
Jack
we like
and
a
BB
different
are pretty good at
compartment,
piloting this thing.
Sorry.
Jack and
It's like-
BB are pretty good at piloting this thing. I'm not surprised we didn't crash.
Oh yes, he is a pretty good pilot. And he also has other tricks up his sleeve.
Oh
Tricks
yeah,
that
that's
he's not
more
even
about,
aware of.
That's more about that force stuff. You think he used the force to save us?
Not knowingly, but it does give him better reflexes, better perception.
You guys and your force stuff. All I need is my fists in this rifle. He just starts patting the rifle lovingly.
I get the feeling you're going to say the phrase, "oh shucks," any second.
Well, not everyone has your dedication to training, Astrid.
Yeah, fair enough. The Jack seems like he wouldn't last 5 minutes in a Mandalorian camp.
Implying
just
I
trying-
wouldn't sleep my way to the top.
I was about
Just
to say, thinking that he wouldn't, unless he tried to talk his way out of stuff.
Just out of curiosity, how long do you think I would last?
Few months, maybe.
Experta has arrived. Pipes
Tisa
over.
actually raises her eyebrows and is like, oh, really?
Oh, fucking hell.
It knows.
Yeah, you seem pretty tough. Also, yeah, Experta would last 2 seconds.
No,
before
like, yeah,
everybody's
but,
just like that stupid No, she would get kicked out immediately for the fucking anime here.
I mean, like, also funny story, like, Tisa is not actually tough at all, like, she has brawn too.
Oh, she seems pretty tough.
Oh, yeah,
and
like,
she's got dedication and that force stuff going for her. So yeah, maybe a few months or so. But she probably wouldn't make it all the way through.
Like, basically, like, without the force, Tisa is a fucking pushover.
Yeah, but she has the force.
True. Well, I mean,
Right.
without the force, she would be blind, but yeah.
You guys are heading down towards the planet. You have been directed down towards one of the research stations, which I am now revealing now. So enjoy. As you get closer to the planet, you are directed away from the actual land masses on the planet and towards what appear to be holes within the sea. You can see several of these holes have these rock-like spires that are in the center, almost pushing away the water. And of course, someone's built a base on top of it.
Ash, I want to let you know that you suck.
What did I do?
I was gonna use.
He's done it again.
I was gonna use his image in my campaign, and now I can't. And
What?
you suck.
Which
Or you can still
campaign?
totally use this in your campaign. Let's go for it.
Yeah, but now when we come over to the area, Adam's just gonna be like, "Oh, it's the Jedi place,"
Oh, in
and
that
then we're
campaign,
gonna
okay,
go
fair
off
enough.
on a tangent.
Eventually, though, you do enter. Inside, you have a few warnings of lighter gravity while within the station, so you should watch out.
Okay, that's not too bad, but this means I have to compensate a little bit.
Isn't that always the same?
Just got to feather the thrusters a bit.
Or the poof, 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 poof.
Yeah, and rather than a constant blast, you just give it a little thump, 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 thump.
But yes, soon enough you land. There is an a Republic presence waiting for you. There's a security team. Still pretty confused by the report they got from the regarding Hammerhead battleship above, of how you nearly crashed into them, but other than that, yeah.
Well, I'll wait till everyone's ready, and then we'll head down the ramp and introduce ourselves.
Captain, do you have any plans to negotiate the price of these arms?
I was going to try and use my charm and see how that worked.
Do we have a plan B to bully them into paying more?
Plan B is... well, let's hope we don't need a plan B.
Rather than bullying, might it not be better to simply employ logic and standard negotiation tactics? After all, making an enemy of the Republic might be counterproductive in the future if you wish to sell other things to them.
If you think you can achieve more profit with that method, then I'd suggest you proceed.
Oh no, I doubt it. But I will of course assist Captain Jack as best I can.
Astrid, just try not to say much, just look tough.
Hi.
Just look big and scary.
Try not to say much.
It's good advice.
By the way,
Okay.
Cora, if you want to catch up, essentially you've gone to sell the guns.
Yeah, I figured.
You see the guard captain go, "Halt! What is your purpose here?"
Here to help the Republic. I'm a patriot. Captain Jack Dibler. I hold out a hand.
He like shakes your hand.
Patriot.
He goes, "Is that right? Excuse me if we don't exactly take your word on it. But what
How
exactly?"
about you take her smile for it?
As Cora, of course, was like, well, you look friendly enough, but it's not my point. What exactly is it you wish to help the Republic with?
The war. We've got something you'll be very interested in. May we come in?
Come on then. Follow me to the guard station. Oh, and please, leave your weapons behind. There's no need.
Already ahead of you. As he turns around, I've already unbuckled the pistol belt. I know how these
I'm
things
sorry,
go.
I can't remove my fists like they do.
It's okay, I'll move them for you. But yes, so you guys are unarmed because they're not going to search you. They just don't want any visible weapons on you.
Oh, well, apart from my boot knife, yeah.
Oh wait, so they're not going to comment on a concealed holdout blast.
Well, we got a tip-off, and I use heavy air quotes on the word tip-off, about an unguarded heavy air quotes on the word unguarded, Sith consignment of cutting-edge weaponry. And I thought, it's my patriotic duty as a Republic citizen to see if I could interfere with the events here. I flash him a winning smile.
Right, even if you don't roll, he's finding this very suspicious. You can just see him like looking at you like, right.
Yeah, as some proof, I whip into my coat pocket and slowly pull out a top-of-the-line, fresh from the box, Sith blaster pistol. Pop it down on the table. Fresh out of the factory, never been fired. Have a look at the serial number. And we have a whole consignment of weapons like that. Pistols, blasters, rifles. I think there might even be a mounted gun in there somewhere. Stuff a research facility, I gesture with my hands about this, would find very intriguing. I'm sure the Republic would be happy to compensate me for the whole consignment, that is. Yeah, you can have this one just as a taster. I slide it across the table at him.
He's gonna pick it up and start checking it over. This is real.
I also hope that sent the message that, despite the fact that I was unarmed, I pulled out a pistol out of nowhere.
Jesus.
He's looking at it very intensely. Just. You say you may know more of these.
Well, we have a whole consignment, and if we come to a good arrangement here, I might be able to hear about some more undefended Sith cargo. Maybe even an undefended research facility if a couple leads come together. I flash him another winning smile.
I see you've already thought about a reason why we shouldn't just impound your ship and take what you have.
Well, I'm sure you wouldn't ever do that to someone as patriotic in his duty as I am.
Yeah, patriotic, I see. And how much of a patriot are you willing to be, exactly?
Enough to blow up the facility that held these guns?
Just as a little sweetener for you. Oh, and you might find this more funny than anything else, but and I sort of B7. Yeah, the officer. Do you mind getting up the picture? You know that Sith captain you carved the thing into? That's what I'm asking you to get a picture up of.
I'm sorry, are you talking to me?
I was talking to you, yes.
It's B29, not B7.
BB.
No, there's no double B. B.
I thought I'd just click my fingers to interrupt you and go, we're talking to the nice man here.
Oh, yes, let me get up the picture for you. Holds up a tablet of this poor guy. He's got like a rune carved into his head.
He nods, though he's still asking, it's like, that's not exactly what I meant. What about the others? How much of a patron are you willing to be? Are you willing to give them, or...?
They say the devil's always in the details, and can I use my negotiate skill to see if I can get a good deal out of this guy?
You may try.
Get a bonus from me. Do I need to roll as well, or...?
Nah, he gets an baggy blue dice, unless your skill in negotiation is higher than his.
I have 4 in negotiation.
Do you have how many trained, or is it 4 greens?
Just 4 greens.
I have 2 greens and 1 yellow.
Well, I guess it would be the same result either way, right? Does it matter
actually,
who it
the
rolls?
yellow is slightly better on the variants.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and then I get 1 blue from him, and then diff is 2 perps.
Yep.
Okie dokie. Clicking on it.
I've got 1 yellow and 2 greens.
So that
I
is
could
3
assist you.
successes, 2 threats, and 1 crit.
The fuck
And
is
the best
up with your
part about
trials, man?
Like the force is
The
with me.
force is with Adam. This is
Yep,
why I
the
don't
best
want
part
Adam
is-
to roll. Adam's not allowed to roll
The
anymore.
best part is, triumphs actually get rid of one threat, so that's only one threat.
Right, so
A good deal will
Essen-
do fine.
essentially, he's like, okay, the base price is normally 10,000, but if you're willing to go through extra information, maybe I could go higher. Like he's indicating how much higher for that information you could supply us. And also he goes, also how much to keep you out of the loop. Essentially, he's like, if I take all the credit, you get more money.
Yeah, I'm absolutely fine with hush money. I make that abundant to him in the devil in the details negotiations. Yeah, so to
Okay.
basically let him know I'd be happy to tell him the location of, well, the remains of the cargo hangar and let him take all the credit for it. Just in exchange for, call it a 30% increase. Should be fine within the
I'm
budget.
also gonna go the extra mile and tell him exactly how we got inside undetected very easily, so he can do the same if he wants to.
He's gonna nod. Go. I see, 30%. He's gonna stroke his 5 o'clock shadow. He's like, I tell you what, I will give you 14,000. It would be 13 for 30%, but just a little extra to make sure you are silent about this encounter.
Well, if it's doing my duty to the Republic, I'm sure I could accept it. Yeah, this is where I tell you I've got an ability. Whenever I negotiate shit like that, I get an extra 10% just on top.
Yeah, that was the extra.
So,
That was the extra grand you got.
yeah, so the deal is 13,000, and I managed to finagle another 1,000 on.
Yeah.
Since we already didn't negotiate, can I do a charm to see if I can get a cool 15k?
No, the negotiations already took place and you already aided in them.
Fine, okay.
To be fair, we did fucking well.
So
That was
essentially,
almost
he's
a
like,
50% profit markup.
he's essentially like, fine, I shall give you my recording. Now take those extra samples off your hands. Do not worry, my men won't arrest you if you collect them now.
Tell them we'd be happy to help.
So you
him.
guys conclude negotiations, and are you guys bringing out the weapons crates?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. The guards immediately, as soon as you bring them out, are just like slam pulling off the lids. They check them over, they're like, yep, this seems right. And they're like, the captain's like really excited. Clearly this is gonna probably get him a promotion. And he's like,
As a parting
Which
thing,
is why
I'd
I
like
kinda
to,
wanted to roll charm to get a little extra.
As a parting thing, I want to give him, like, if you ever need to contact me or I ever need to contact you again in case you happen to find some more unguarded shipments,
he's gonna nod. He's
I
like,
flash in the wink when I say you.
I could definitely use you. He's gonna hold out his hand. My name. He's gonna go. What's yours first, actually?
Jack Dibler,
Ah, I see.
patriot of ill repute.
I am Captain Dorlan. James Dorlan.
Like that
Good to meet
YouTube
you.
guy?
I don't know who that is.
Captain.
Danger Dolan.
But yeah, you are now under contact in James Dorland.
Okay, so far I've got a dispatcher for the huts, a Republic captain, an Imperial captain, and a hut.
Is he gonna tell us some top 10 lists?
No, he's going to tell us anime betrayal lists.
By the way, they do. Somebody does call out. It's like, Captain, there's something wrong with these guns. He turns around.
Oh.
What's that?
Right, we're leaving.
We're leaving.
By the
Get
way,
out.
by the way, before you even move out, do you notice that it is something wrong with the crate of guns, of the last crate of guns that he pulled out? And the
Yes.
guys who collected them will remember what? They are completely different in design to the rest of them. Like,
Oh yeah, did
completely.
we ever mention the last crate was a bit different?
No, you don't.
No one mentioned that to me.
I did not remember.
I forgot.
As he pulls them out, these are completely different in design. And he's like checking over ones. It's like, they seem the same. In fact, Astrid, you checked them over last time, and you would know they are functionally the exact same weapon as the Imperial Standard Issue Blast Rifle. These are just a totally different look to them. They don't look like Imperial at all. They don't look Sith made.
Oh, well, I'll shrug then.
That's strange. I wonder what.
Oh, they're this. Oh, they work the same. It's just looks different.
I give you like a little behind the back motion of I've got this.
Okay, I'll just whisper to you. They look the same. They just no, they work the same. They just.
I'll
look
take over the explanation of. I told you it was cutting edge technology from the Sith. These are the blasters of the infiltrators. Not all standard military. I'm sure you'll get an extra award for finding that. Major. And I give him another slight wink.
Now you're
damn,
pushing your luck.
Wrong eye again.
Well, he seemed to have upgraded his diff, but he didn't succeed, so...
Yeah, he's gonna be like... He doesn't believe you, but he also doesn't disbelieve you. He's like, I'm unsure. He puts them back. I feel there's a story behind them, but guess it doesn't matter. We have them now. Thank you. I'll make sure to make good use of them. Soldiers, he motions them to carry them away.
Right, I'll give him a sort of half elaborate bow and then spin around up the gang ramp and quickly say to everyone else, you know, right, let's leave now before he spots something else. Was anyone planning to tell me about those, or...?
Sorry, Captain. That was my fault. I forgot those were different.
Well, it's good we had quick thinking there. Could have been messy. Well, I'd say that's a job well done. Let's have a bit of rest and recuperation. I hear the shipyards around Corellia are lovely this time of the year.
Well done. You have sold the weaponry, got on a nice tidy sum of credits. And not to mention, you actually have money now. Oh, it's beautiful money.
Oh yeah, Ash, the next thing we do, we're going to go to Corellia, we're going to go to them nice, tasty shipbuilders, and I'm going to upgrade the shit out of it.
Can you afford upgrades with the money you got?
We can get a few.
Awesome.
The ship pot is currently at 8.5 grand, roughly.
Nice. I can't
The
wait
big
to find
laser
out.
cannon.
No, the first thing we're getting is the smuggler's hold. Then we could, so we can properly hide things without me having to jury rig the front of the ship.
Oh,
Yeah.
Then
I
we'll
like those
probably get a
upgrades.
medical suite for the droid. Then we can
Yay!
think about upgrading maybe the engines or the weapons. Like a nice longer range cannon.
I know a perfect place where to put the medical facility. Of course, you have all done well. But as you fly off, do you actually fly off before they ask you any questions?
We'll head off as soon as we can.
Alright. Yep,
He
you
has
fly
my
off
contact
planet.
info if he needs to reach me.
By the way, as soon as you get off planet, you can definitely tell the huge hammerhead ship that you passed is scanning the shit out of you. Like, they're like, okay, now we've gotten over our initial oh my god moment. I think we've got to scan these guys. Of course, you're no longer carrying any sort of weaponry, any sort of, anything, essentially.
Yeah, almost good that we actually ghosted past them, otherwise they might have had us go through checkpoints.
Exactly. That's what your little triumph did. You were just blast past the checkpoint.
Yeah, it turns out this session, it's like that practice session we did. The Force really just is with me today.
Perfect. But yes, essentially, you have done very well. You have gotten a bunch of money. You can find out what to do with it. But for now, I think that's the end of today's session.
Dude, have you seen this?
Come on, T-Rex! Fuck you, damage!
On the building, collateral damage!
Fuck collateral damage, I'm in a giant ass robot!